Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to another night with oxygen not included. Tonight, of course, is a special event for our little colony, though not for a good reason. Well, I mean, at least not in Joe's case. Tonight we're doing Joe versus the Volcano, and sadly, I don't think good things are in store for Joe. So in the last stream, we uncovered the copper volcano that we had down here, and started to build out a structure here so we could maybe leverage some of the heat that the volcano is going to produce to do something useful. And there was a big vote that went around, and unfortunately, Joe was selected as the likely candidate to spend a little time with the volcano, and I think he's going to get a little singed. The tricky part, I think, will just be whether he actually survives long enough through suffocation, or if it's actually the heat that's going to get him. This volcano is set to explode on cycle 212, and we're on cycle 211 currently, and I haven't even finished all of the insulation for the room yet, which could present some problems. I was also looking at some of the temperatures of things in here. Now, this volcano is going to erupt at 2226 degrees Celsius. The melting temperature of these ladders that are in here is only 926 degrees Celsius, so it's a fair bet those are going to melt. The metal plate that I was building over here has a melting point of 1063 degrees Celsius, so there's a fairly reasonable possibility our metal plate's going to melt also. Our door over here has a melting point of 1534.9 degrees Celsius. So depending how hot things get inside this room, we might have a real problem. It might just melt its way out of everywhere. Who made a mess and why? Raging Canadian, why did you pee on the floor, buddy? I'm really confused. Are the toilets out of order? There's no piping. Polluted dirt. Doesn't look like it's out of order. That one's out of order. This one is not. 14 visits remaining. All right, so I guess the issue was there that maybe the other toilet was occupied, and of course we peed into our fresh water supply because it happens every stream. Are you? Can we mop it up still? Like we can. Okay, that's good. Somebody get down there and mop this stuff up quick. Actually, that's weird. Oh, it's getting pumped out. All right. Well, all right. Forget that. So the germy water just got pumped somewhere. Probably to our oxygen production. Way to start things off with an accident. We've got a urine spill that goes right into our fresh water. Oh no, this poor little Drecko is going to be toast too. He wandered in. Maybe we can let's try to wrangle this guy. See if we can get him out of here. I have the priority for all this building stuff set at like priority 9. Which is probably why they didn't get around to cleaning the toilets. But I figure it is probably pretty important for them to get this done quickly because the only person who should be going in this room with the volcano is Joe. Don't accidentally trap you with Joe. Yeah, I mean, soon I might have to call it quits on the job. Because we're just going to run out of time. Let's look at making some more metal tile. We should have enough refined gold for this, hopefully. This needs to go. We'll deconstruct this. So the reason I put a pump in here and a liquid vent is so that I can hook this up to our germy water and pump the germy water in here on top of the metal tile. The heat should evaporate the water into steam, which we can then pump out of the room and condense somewhere else, so we'll have non-germy water, theoretically. We'll see how this works. They're getting really close to that sleep cycle. Things are going to go poorly when things go the other way around. Now, we haven't even finished the insulation here either, which is my really main concern. we don't have all the insulation done. 2200 degrees is an awful lot of heat. But welcome everyone who's here in the chat. Of course, we're streaming just to YouTube tonight. So there's no chat overlay tonight, but you should be able to see each other chatting in the conversations anyway. Set the doors to only let Joe in or out. Yeah, I'm going to do that ultimately once I'm trying to cram as much work in here as humanly possible, or duplicately possible, and now we got a problem. Okay, so we didn't get the metal tile finished. We didn't get the ladder broken. This volcano is going to go boom. I think we're gonna have to change permissions on the door. The only person who should be going in this room at this point is poor Joe, and he can only go one way. No, Joe. Say it ain't so, buddy. Joe access this way, everybody else none. Okay, so the trouble is there's a big opening at the top here still, and there's a big opportunity for heat to go out there. So now, I guess it didn't start right at the beginning of the cycle, because the cycle's already started. Things haven't gone boom yet. I haven't even been watching our oxygen layout. We're doing fine for oxygen-wise, though. Heat is already an issue. 2 super chats. Sorry, I missed those. Live epically, $6.67. Will Joe lavishly love the lava? Or will our devilish deal destroy the dupe? Stay tuned while we test his metal. Hey, Cryptic. Good luck with the volcano. Don't worry about Joe. He wasn't that nice anyway. Oh, poor Joe. Oh, look. Oh, it's going. It's erupting, but there's nothing happening yet. Come on, guys. You really need to hurry at this. I really want someone to finish the metal tiling in here, though. Just wait. Joe's going to get himself a spacesuit or something to go in here. Oh, there it is. Boom! Okay, hurry, quick, quick, quick. There it is. What is this? Liquid phosphorus. It melted the stuff that was on the ground already. Phosphorus and carbon dioxide. Things are hot in here. It's already 215 degrees Celsius. We gotta hurry. Gotta hurry. The heat's gonna come out here in no time. Come on, guys, build fast. Sorry, read the rest of the previous message. Down with the plan. I'd have to scroll back. Oh, there we go. Set the doors to only let Joe in or out. If it either survives, we'll let him live because the volcano god spared him. He's gonna suffocate, man. By the time we get him in there, he's gonna be toast. What do we have here? So far, we just have liquid phosphorus everywhere. We don't even have any copper yet. Liquid phosphorus and carbon dioxide. So it's only going to erupt for 27, or is it 28 seconds every 925 seconds. So we have to wait a few minutes now before it erupts again. If they could just get this stuff done. Theoretically, we could send in a duplicate with a suit, and they might actually be able to finish what I need to in here without dying. As long as they're not stuck in there when the really hot stuff comes out. You have the second door go the wrong way into the geyser. Do I? Oh, I do. Thank you. That's better. Now Joe can go in. Poor Joe. Feel bad for Joe. He's going to die in there before anything even really happens. Try tungsten for the metal with the volcano. Sovereign Prax. It's $4 super chat. Thank you again for the super chat. Appreciate the support. Tungsten. I mean, how do we even get to... No, actually, I've heard tungsten doesn't perform that well against heat. So, I don't know. There's Joe. He didn't go in, because we didn't tell him to yet. We'll get to it, though. I just want them to finish this little bit of insulation here, because look how hot it is over here, but it's not that hot. It didn't spread right away. 219 degrees. That is spicy. CrypticFox, you planning a Machiavellian stream possibility? Maybe, sorta. I mean, possibly down the road. I mean, right now I'm still just doing recordings as I'm sort of figuring out stuff in the game. So I've done another recording for Machiavellian. I just need to edit it so I can get it uploaded. That'll be episode number 4. And then I might end up doing a live stream of it at some point. But I've been trying to do a little bit more recorded video content because I sort of felt way behind on that. I got to the point where I was doing largely live streaming and not much else. And why is this even on? I don't remember. Do we have a spare bed here somewhere still? It looks like they're all full. We're just gonna reject all these for now. Once Joe's gone, we'll have an opening. Imagine that. They're so close to being finished. I have to mentally... Yeah, I'm gonna send Joe in, but right now I'm gonna wait for the volcano to erupt. I want to see the copper come out. I don't see any copper. It's all just liquid phosphorus. Melting point is 3421. Oh, really? Oh, maybe I think of like thermal conductivity instead, but... Oh, there goes Joe. Oh, sorry, Joe. You're stuck in there now, buddy. Where's your Hawaiian shirt? Joe, it's hot in there, man. We don't even have supplies for him. He can't even finish building. He's gonna die on the ladder. Light wounds. He's suffocating. What's gonna kill Joe first? The suffocation or the heat? I'm thinking it's the suffocation, actually. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. Oh, Joe! He almost made it out, too. He ran for the opening. I feel like that was a little anticlimactic. Poor Joe. He didn't catch fire or anything. He wasn't even in there for, like, the intense heat. He was only in there for, like, the really high heat. I mean, still enough to kill a person, but didn't get to the 2200 degrees. Okay, so these guys are actually... They found a new way in. And the heat in here is not so psychotically crazy yet, so they can even finish what's in here. Trouble is, I don't have tungsten, so I can't really make any. So crazy. Tungsten was changed apparently, so now it melts at the same temperature as gold. Oh, the wolframite and the grain later. Okay, cool. Let's go up here and try that. I don't know how much of wolframite I have. I have none. Well, that makes that easy, doesn't it? Tungsten. Tungsten liquid. 3,421 degrees. Well. Oh, I see. It just turns into a liquid at that temperature. Extremely tough crystal. Suitable for power. Melting point 32. Yeah, I mean, that's actually pretty good. If we could get some wolframite, might be worth swapping that out. Here's a little pocket of wolframite right here. Alright, we'll get a little ladder down here. We'll send some poor freezing dupes out into this coldness. I should probably close off the route here. I had this turned off. Let's enable this again. We'll get people using the fancy spacesuits. We still have that Drecko feeding problem in here, too. Unfortunately, I don't think they're eating from the plant still. Is up for Joe 2.0. Would it be possible to run radiant piping in there to cool it down? Well, the trouble is it's going to transfer heat in general, so the odds are much greater that the intense heating there is going to heat up the piping. It's more likely to turn the contents into gas inside the pipe and then break the pipe than it is to actually cool the room down, I think. He tried so hard to make it. He got close. One of the other duplicates made a nice little opening for him, but it just didn't pan out for him. It erupts in 1.5 cycles. So I still don't see liquid copper here. What's the deal? It's all just liquid phosphorus, even though it's a liquid copper. Oh, look, the ladders are starting to melt. Or is that just the gases condensing on them? This feels anticlimactic. I was expecting liquid copper in here, and it's all just phosphorus. Please no hypothermia tonight. That's our temperature of the door. Okay, this door, I want them to hit the switch. Oh, what's going on here? Turn that off. Man, I didn't think I would actually need someone to hit the switch. I thought it was one I could toggle manually myself. We're going to have them hit the switch. That'll close the door. We'll reopen it. It'll create a vacuum in this space. And then that should help a little bit with the heat transfer through the doors. Okay, don't go away, man. Now I need you to enable, or there you go, turn that back on. Say guys, how do you feel about volcanoes? Are they visible on the map, or do you have to dig them out of other tiles? Generally you have to dig them out, is from what I found. I mean, some of the other geysers seem to be visible. But the volcanoes that I've come across so far have all been buried. Now that's not necessarily the case with all of them. Do we have a vacuum? I assume we do. I'm not getting any kind of a tooltip overlay to say it's a vacuum, but I think it is. That should help a little bit with heat transfer through. Yeah, there we go. It's cool in the middle. So that'll help with our heat transfer. I mean, on the plus side, things were already hot down here, so it's not like we were making things dramatically worse. I do need to cool everything down at this bottom end. Our food supply has been going down fairly steadily. We were at like 400,000 kilocalories at one point. A little sad now that Joe died. You want to sing a funeral dirge? Well, he's actually, it's funny, he's not even in the hot liquid. He's like over here in the corner. And I was right, he died of suffocation. He didn't even die from the heat. I wanted the temperatures in here to be like 2,500 degrees or 2,200 or whatever it was, so he could just like go poof. It didn't work though. He got in there a little too early. I don't know what to do with all the liquid phosphorus that's in here. Alright, that's going to rub for a while. It's not really going to last super long. It should last... oh, the next dormancy is 92.8 cycles. Okay, so it's going to run for a while. It'll be like over cycle 300 before this thing's done. So we'll get some use out of that. In the meanwhile, over here, as you can see with our pumped air system, we have managed to maintain some reasonably good temperatures inside the core part of the colony. Things are still a little too on the warm side down here. So we do need to cool this down. I probably should try to get my hands on some more wheezeworts. How many... Do I have any more wheezewort seeds? Is sort of the trick. Seeds. Wort seeds. I have one. fat lot of good that's going to do me. But we'll try anyway. We'll put one in here. See what we can do to try to cool down the area where our bristle blossoms are at the very least. Exosuit and then Volcano for Joe 2.0. Oh, is there some solid copper on the floor? Oh, yeah, there's a little chunk of it right there. One little chunk. And a lot of liquid phosphorus. That's funny. It must have come out as a liquid, then maybe hardened, because it was down there long enough. Yeah, no, I know it wasn't, I know the phosphorus didn't come out of the volcano, it was copper. But what I was saying was that the only thing we're getting is liquid phosphorus because of the stuff that was on the floor. Whereas I was expecting to see liquid copper because this is a copper volcano. But I guess maybe just the chunk comes out super hot. 500 and some odd degrees. It's supposed to come out with molten copper, though. At 2200 degrees, so it should come out as a liquid. I don't know. Whatever I do, don't store it in the base. Yeah, well, nobody else can even get in the room, so I won't have to worry about that too much. One should hope, anyway. This is ready. Let's plant a Wheezewort in here. How are they doing over here? Oh, nice. Andrew's, like, swimming in polluted water while he digs out the wolframite. Alright, let's produce some tungsten here. Not that I can make much use of it now, because I can't even get in there. I mean, theoretically, we could send in someone with a suit. I guess it wouldn't be that bad. They could probably survive in there for now. It's not ridiculously hot in here yet. Oh, there's another little chunk of copper there. There must be copper mixed into the liquids down here. Liquid phosphorus. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of hoping the volcano eruption would be somewhat more dramatic. Just kind of wasn't. How's the electrolyzer doing? It's up here just pumping away. It's doing fine. We have a decent amount of water still to feed it with, so it's all good. This electrolyzer down here, similarly doing all right. Temperatures are nice and chilly in there. It comes out nice and cold. Warms up a bit on the way through here. Until we get up to this space where the gas going through there is at 30 degrees. Actually, that's a little warmer than I want it to be. Cold, 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 cold. Warm, 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 warm. Where does our pipe insulation stop? That's weird. Why did it turn my... Oh, right, it's gas. Huh. I am so smart. That's so pretty. Alright, so we stopped insulating the pipe here. We should probably update that, because it's not coming through as cool as I would like it to be. It's 17 degrees here, and then it quickly picks up temperature before it gets into the space, which is a little weird. Didn't think it was quite that toasty down here, but we'll convert all this into insulated pipe. That should help a bit. It will take a while to build it out, but, I mean, oxygen-wise, we have 0 issues. Even though oxygen's not included, we have plenty of it. Yeah, you're still alive. You peed on the floor, too, Raging Canadian. The first thing that happened tonight, before anything else, was you peed on the floor. So, congratulations. Try turning the area into a vacuum to make the heat. Yeah. So, I mean, I have insulation down here. The volcano's not really... The heat coming out of it isn't really a big deal. 36 degrees. It's a little on the warm side, but it's not crazy. This might get super hot when things get really, really spicy in here. Because, I mean, it's only 200 and some odd degrees right now. I have a vacuum between these two doors, so it should be stopping the heat transfer out this way. This is already a naturally warm biome, so it's not really that crazy. Use the metal pipe in the cold biome to further cool the O2. I don't really need to, so it's coming out here. And you can see the oxygen temperature here is below 0 already. So we're already producing cold oxygen. It's as it passes through this biome that it warms up. And I actually want it to warm up because I don't really want it to come out at like -8 degrees into the living space. So here it gets to like be like 20 degrees and it flows up this way. Gets up here and then it's like 28 degrees, which is a little on the warm side. So we're just going to insulate a little bit more of the pipe and that will stop it from heating up quite so much. Yeah, I should just use abyssalite pipes. However, I used an awful lot of abyssalite to insulate around the volcano. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those nights I hack up a lung here. Will I play some Fortnite? Nope, not playing Fortnite tonight. Fortnite's to play on Mondays and Fridays. Every other night I have other games going on. If you do not want the oxygen pipes to heat up, you can put them inside insulated tiles. Well, I do want them to heat up a little bit. That's just it. So down here it's super cold. I don't want to refrigerate our duplicates up there. I want it to warm up a bit. It's just about finding the right balance as it passes through the heat that's in this area. I want it to pick up some of the heat, and then when it gets up here, I want it to be like kind of a moderate temperature. It's like 27 degrees. Isn't that bad? We could do with being a little bit cooler, but overall, it's not so bad. But we haven't finished out Durgan's apartment, and I thought I turned that silly thing off. Apparently, I didn't. Reject all. Oh, you know what? Actually, never mind. We have room for one duplicate because Joe died. Sorry, I have a terrible cough. I'm going to have to keep hitting mute here. And hopefully I remember to turn it off this time. All right, so we have space for one duplicate to come in. Who would like to join the colony that hasn't had a duplicate in here already? Nobody say Joe, because Joe already met an awful demise, so we don't want to see that. So we have 2 narcoleptics and a noodle arms. I think I'd rather take the narcoleptics over the noodle arms, and I'm leaning towards Ellie, because she has a nice high strength rating. So she'll be handy for like carrying stuff around, and that would be pretty good. Actually, you know what? Sorry, for this first duplicate I'm going to bring in, we'll make them Sovereign Prax. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sovereign Prax. And I don't think you've had a duplicate in a colony before either, so that's a nice added benefit. So we'll bring in Sovereign Prax. If we bring in some more, then I'll try to grab some other people into the chat. But thank you again for the super chat, Sovereign. Okay, so Durgan's got this 2-bedroom apartment thing she wanted over here. So we're going to need to deconstruct. We'll throw a ladder in. Where's our CO2 in this space? Not bad. Not bad at all. And I can't remember who was supposed to be bunking down with Durgan. Alright, we need furniture. We'll throw cot in here. I didn't give anyone mess tables yet, which we actually need 2, so we'll go ahead and build those out. So we'll throw a little mess table in here. They can eat in their own private little luxury spaces. Only the rich get to live there. That's right. This is the high-end apartment complex. That's what the deal is. These are the luxury deluxe apartments. Kitchenette required. All right, Durgan, we'll build you like a kitchenette down here. We'll give you like an electric grill. And you're going to need your own little refrigerator. Now, there's not going to be any... I'm not going to bother connecting the power because I don't want to heat up the space. Your table is going to need to get deconstructed then because you're going to want to sit down by your little kitchenette. We'll put 2 eating tables down there so you can sit with it. You can eat with your manservant. But we will plug in your fridge so we can store some food in there for you. That's right, Bolani. I have a horrible memory. Somebody needs to remind me. Just a monster hiding under the bed. So Polani's going to have the room down here. Let's see. Polani. Where are you? Wait, what? How do you not have a duplicate in here? That's just... There's something wrong with that. Okay, hold on. We need to bring in a Polani duplicate. It's going to take a couple cycles, but we'll bring in a Polani because we don't have one. And that's just a crime. And then we'll give them access to Durgan's bathroom, too. I'm going to throw some airflow tiles in here. Actually, this one here, I'm just going to cancel this one. Down to the bottom, I think I'm going to set up... I'm going to set up a gas pump down here. This is not the most efficient configuration, but I want to pump the CO2 out of here. So because this is going to get... This will build up more and more until it's to the point where Polani won't be able to live in the bottom... in the little bottom bunk. Jolani. So is it a mess room or a bedroom? It's both. Don't worry, we're going to give her a door. Oh, really? There's a little bit of lag there. That was weird. Let's use iron ore because we've got tons of that right now. A little more airflow tile. We're gonna need some artwork in here too, of course. We don't want her to be living in some horrible schlum down here. Very good with all the fancy 2-level apartment with the artwork, the servants' quarters, your own personal eat-in kitchenette. Man, this is crazy. Okay, we need to tap into some power here, though, in order to run the fridge. So let's snag that in there. This is your first dukedom ever? Really? I can't believe that. Why is this giving you ASMR vibes? I don't know. I've had people say that before. Something about my voice that they find particularly soothing. I don't think I'm super monotone, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I have heard that before. This is like a horrible failed experiment right here. I need to totally rebuild my my Drecko farm. It was working a little bit, but now they're just... The plants aren't growing steady. They're not eating. What I really should do is pump some oxygen in the lower level here. Just trying to keep a low level of oxygen. Right now we have hydrogen. What's skimming along down here? Polluted oxygen, carbon dioxide. It's just a mess of everything. Even if I... you know what? Maybe we'll try to make do with an algae terrarium in here again. See if that'll make the difference pressure-wise. I sort of toying with putting an algae terrarium down here too, but then someone have to supply it. You can use a CO2 lock in the Drecko room to keep the grooming and harvesting side livable for the dupes and keep the hydrogen separate. Yeah, my whole intent in here initially was trying to keep a layer of hydrogen all the way across the top. So as the Dreckos were climbing around the room, they'd be hanging out in that. I just didn't build this right. So I did some experimenting actually in debug mode with a couple different configurations for the Drecko farm. And I found one I actually really like that works out really well. And the tricky part is that it's really hard to keep mealwood growing properly in it. Because it just doesn't distribute very well. So, and then also I was trying to use a mechanism to keep the Dreckos actually in the farm. This pneumatic door actually seems to be working fairly well, although the rancher hasn't gone in all that often. So I don't know. I kind of want to see if I can get someone to run in and out of there if it's going to cause some challenges or something. But what are we lacking here? Insufficient resource water. Of course. I'm going to go water the thing. Alright, Durkin's got her fancy 2-bedroom apartment. That's pretty nice. Is there anything else you want in your suite? Oh my gosh. There's already so much in Durkin's 2-floor, 2-bedroom suite with kitchenette and private bathroom. Like, it's crazy. Am I going to use a copper volcano as a steam generator for both clean water and renewable power? It depends. It's good for about 100 cycles, but the tricky part is actually going to be making any good use out of it. We have one dead duplicate in there already. Temperature in here is only 114 degrees. Like, it's really not that hot. For a volcano that's supposed to be 2,200 and some odd degrees in terms of the material coming out of it, it's not really doing anything nearly as dramatic as I thought it would. What are you going to do? It's a bug. They're not eating your game as well. See, I thought so. Like, I had experimented in debug mode, and it was working perfectly fine eating the millwood plants, and then I did it here, and they're just not eating them. So, I mean, right now they're stifling too, which isn't helping, but... How did Joe go? He died of suffocation, actually, which is kind of what I thought would happen. It never really got hot enough in here to kill him outright. So he died of suffocation. And he's grimy. With minor injuries and light wounds. He's just a little singed. Poor guy. Covered under the stairs. I should have built a little stair pattern. There should be a dupe trait that made them malicious. They have good stats and bad decor, but need to destroy equipment in order to... Nice. That would be the duplicate I wouldn't be picking. That would be such a nuisance to constantly go around fixing things after them. Oh my gosh. I can only imagine. This thing here I'm going to uproot. Because I feel like we need it more down below. Let's try to cool this room off as much as we can. Dig that out. In our furniture, we'll throw a little flower pot at the bottom. It's gonna take a lot to cool this space down, though. Things are toasty in here in general. You find bomb leaves a little easier. Well, so what? The reason I was going specifically for the mealwood is because the Dreckos, when they eat the mealwood, it increases their likelihood of laying glossy Drecklet eggs. And the glossy Drecklets are the ones that make plastic. So I thought it would be fun to actually make plastic with the Dreckos instead of trying to refine oil, which I still feel like is a good idea. It takes a lot of effort, probably more so than even just like gathering up the oil and trying to convert it. So I feel like Bomb Lily is really easy with the Dreckos, and so is the Pinch of Pepper plants. Because they're not, I mean, they need warm temperatures anyway, so that makes it relatively easy, and they can grow in the hydrogen, no problem. Oh, look, they ate! They finally ate something. I don't know, maybe the issue before was just that the plants were stifling too quickly. It's like they were anticipating the fact the plant was going to stifle, so they didn't eat. Weird. I don't know. I still don't like the configuration of the room. It's not really a good setup. Try insulated tiles underneath the farm. Yeah, I have them all insulated down here, but the issue in here is less the temperature and more the atmosphere. So they need mealwood now needs oxygen, polluted oxygen, or carbon dioxide to grow. It won't grow in hydrogen, and that's predominantly what's in this room is hydrogen. Let's get that planted. I kind of want somebody to go in here with a suit and finish off this tiling. Did we get tungsten? We did. Okay, good. So let's go in and let's make this out of tungsten. A metal tile, tungsten. And then we're gonna need to give somebody access. So who's our builder? Let's check our jobs. They took our jobs! Alright, so we can send in Aaron or Snoops, I guess. So, Snoops, you can get a bio-suit and you come running in here, and hopefully that suit will keep you safe long enough to deal with the job. I'll give you access to go both ways. You know, just to make sure you can get out. Finally made a live stream. Welcome, Kathleen Hart. It's been a while. You got plastic just over 100 cycles by normal oil collection. Yeah. So, I was just doing it with the Dreckos because of the novelty of it. But realistically, we could just dig down and get the oil. It's not that far away now. It's like right here, and our ladder already goes down this far. There's even some Slicksters down here, which might be worth grabbing. Use them for cleaning up some CO2. What I should do is store Slicksters down here to make oil, and instead of pumping that out, you know what? I kind of like that idea. Instead of pumping out the CO2, we'll store Slicksters down here. They'll make oil. And then Jerkin can have another feature in her house because she'll have a Slickster pet farm. You want a hot tub, make it happen. Spiffy. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's the another duplicate coming in. Thanks, by the way, for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Okay, so this one's going to be Polani. Again, unconstructive. Polani not building. Forget Jolani. Let's go... Let's get Hans Polo. Hans Polo. All right. Let's see. Marie is a pretty good one here. Grease Monkey. Tinkering +3 and interior decor. Germ resistant. Let's go with Marie. I mean, I can deal with the narcoleptic. We have enough duplicates. It's not really a big deal if they fall asleep. So Hans Polo. Hans Polo. All right, Hans Polo. You can go sleep over here. I'm sorry, we don't have Chewbacca on hand, though. Maybe we have to bring in a duplicate called like Chewborka or something. Assign that one to Polani. There we go. Okay, now this needs some food stored in it. Let's store a little bit of everything. Can I set limits? Oh, max. I can, actually. Max 50 kilograms. Set this priority 8. We'll get some food transferred over there. Now, the only people that can get in here, I think, are... Oh, no, I don't have the door set for access. Okay, so anyone can bring that in. That's good. It's just the bathrooms I have set. So we need to give access to Hans Polo for the bathroom here, too. There you go. So you can access the private bathroom. Look at it. You got a fully stocked fridge and everything. That's ridiculous. Let's this set for? 7. So we'll set this for 7 also, so they don't go to their way to store food in there specifically. A Star Wars story. Your puppy's Chewbacca? Nice. So I hope it's a big shaggy one at least. Big brown shaggy dog. It's funny, it says we have insufficient oxygen generation, and then look at this. Really? Are you sure? You think we got a problem with oxygen? Because I don't think so. Our duplicates are not really having too much trouble breathing, except maybe down here where things aren't so not so dazzling. Every time he says the name, he gets so happy. Long hair Slickster equals Chewbacca. Oh my gosh, that's an amazing idea. We need to get a long hair Slickster now. I don't even know what's required for that. I haven't mucked around with the Slickster farming at all. So here's the Slicksters. They're in the wild. Long-haired Slickster larva egg is a 2%. Increased if their body temperature is between 20 degrees and 60 degrees. Wow, is that all it takes? That's crazy. I guess they must be a lot hotter down here. Oh, no, they're in a vacuum right now. So what's the temperature down here otherwise? 58. 20 to 60 degrees. Like, you can hit that temperature easy. This space down here is already 28. Okay, so we need a place to drop off the little Slicksters here, if we're going to go get them. Let's throw... use a mesh tile, I guess. We're going to get some oil built up here, so I'm just thinking... I kind of want to have it elevated up just a little bit. If we go to... I think it's in food. There we go. Critter drop off. Put that there. We do have some skilled... ranchers, so they should be able to, where are they here? Seasoned ranchers. Okay, so they should be able to grab the Slicksters, no problem. We have a whole bunch of people without jobs, though, so let's give them a whole bunch of work. Hans Polo. What do we got going on here? I don't even, let's make them all gophers for now. Raging Canadian and Sovereign Brax. All right. We'll put them all on gopher, and they can kind of build up their skills that way. Ooh, we actually had something that can advance forward, too. So we can make a courier into an exosuit engineer, which will, again, make it so they don't get affected by... Ooh, what did I just do? Where did I grab him from? No. No! No! All right, hold on. Magnus Rain. He was an electrical engineer. There we go. I think he was a general engineer. We bumped him up to electrical. And then this one is supposed to be Kev. Where's Kev? There we go. So we got Kev running around, and they'll be able to work the exosuits without being slowed down, too. Allison Combs, $1.99 super chat. Shut up and take my money! Thanks, Allison. I appreciate the super chat. I'm terrible at shutting up, though, so I make no promises. You may or may not have already noticed. Okay, let's try and get some priority in here. Make this, I don't know, priority 8. Tell me, oh, they're going the wrong way. Okay, somebody's got to go over here and go through these doors. It's a requirement. Jakaro, $2 super chat. Is that a pit to throw problem dupes in? No, not so much. We're gonna put some Slicksters in here, actually. This is a nice little well here of CO2 that's being collected by these luxury apartments up here. So if we put some Slicksters in there, they can eat the CO2 and produce oil for us. Then we can take the oil and turn it into plastics and that kind of stuff. Do I know how to make a fracking rig? No. Do you mean in terms of like for oil? I don't think I even have an oil geyser that I can put it on. Oil reservoir, rather. Pretty sure the nurse is still just out to... Oh, are you? Hold on. I thought I... No, I made it available for Snoops. That one, and... I only did one door, because I'm super smart that way. SMRT. I mean, SMART. There we go. Okay, so Snoops can go through, finally. It's funny how things work better when you do it right. Imagine that. Let's see how the suit holds up in the temperature in here. It should be okay, because it's only a couple hundred degrees. And that was really quick work. Thanks, buddy. Where are you going? Dude, why didn't you bring the metal with you? It's, like, right there. Leave it to Snoops. Didn't even bring stuff to build with. What if you drop the mealwood farm by 1 block level so it sits in a hole? Maybe they wouldn't stifle as much. Yeah, so what I actually figured out in testing was that in order to maintain ideal settings in here, what I found worked really good was to put an electrolyzer in there. The trouble is it produces gas at a fairly high temperature, which is kind of a problem for the mealwood. But if you can get electrolyzer running, it creates like a nice separation, and it hits max pressure relatively early, and then it's only running every once in a while. So as long as you have something else in the room, like some wheezeworts to cool the gas, I found it worked fairly well. And you get a layer of oxygen at the bottom and hydrogen at the top. Now the tricky part is this isn't really a closed system, right? So you have things like chlorine floating around out here and other stuff. We got oxygen out here. Other nasty gases and things. Okay, let's set this up for Slicksters. Drecko has Slickster. There we go. So we'll get those, and then we're gonna need to dig down a little farther here in order to get our hands on this little guy. All right, that didn't work. Cancel. Let's go straight forward. We'll do a ladder like straight down. Get our fancy little Slickster pad. That'll be our first one. Drecko got out. No, there's 2 in there still. There's other ones here I haven't bagged yet. Like this one here. Let's wrangle this one. There was another one walking around in this space. Look at all the chlorine in here now, actually. Didn't realize I had that much chlorine in this area, but that's okay. I had another Drecko wandering around here at some point. He got inside the volcano room and then he left. And I don't know where it went. It might have died. Unless it's this one. Maybe it was this one that came down the ladder in the lower area. That could be 2. 1 dupe per job. Yeah, more or less. So here's the thing. Like, you can actually skill them up to learn different jobs. And then... Ooh, we got a little hydrogen there. You can skill them up to do other jobs. And they keep their skills when you transfer them to something else. So, wow, what's going on here? How did we get CO2 in this room? That's weird. Did someone go in here recently? There should not be CO2 in here. Oh well, not that it's a big deal. It's only tiny amounts. Gas temperature now through here, 22 degrees. Okay, so actually putting on the insulation worked great. This is cooling down nicely. I need to cool down here. Miss Beginning, did I fix the Drecko starvation? It seems as though some of them were eating. I didn't have to do anything different. I have a feeling it might just be that they're anticipating the plant stifling so they don't bite it. But I did see them eating at one point. So, oh, where's this guy? He's got... Oh man, this one's gonna die. Wrangle. It's gonna make them not tamed anymore, but come on, they're overlapping. I need to pick. There we go. Okay, how about this one? 0 kilocalories. Maybe they don't starve to death. I thought they would. That's weird. So no, the short answer is we still have a problem with that. I think it's the plants are stifling too much. They're just not munching on them now. Yes. Look at that. They pop up, stifle, pop up, stifle. It's all these wonderful gases we have mixing around down here. It's just not, it's not ideal. I need to totally rebuild the Drecko farm again. When can you expect your hot tub to be done? When I get it done. Where is your room, Spiffy? This one is assigned to Snoops. This is Elfwolf King. There's Spiffy's. He's got the top. Oh man, you have the top floor in here. Where am I going to put a hot tub in here for you? Okay, this is going to take a little work. We could dig up. Well, if I dig up from here, I'm going to let all kinds of nastiness down in this space, which just isn't great. We have this other geyser here we can tap into too. If I come in from them above, kind of a similar problem. But the exosuits are only set up to access from below. We'll give you a polluted water tub. It'll be fantastic. It'll be like having a mud bath. You'll be fine. Did I finally get copper from that volcano? Little bits, but it doesn't seem to be liquid copper. I have some actual like solid chunks of it. So there's a little copper there, but most of this liquid here is liquid phosphorus. Liquid phosphorus. Yeah, all kinds of stuff here. Oh, he's actually started to finish the insulation in there. That's good. So we have lots of liquid phosphorus, a couple chunks of solid copper, but I didn't really get, like, molten copper. I mean, I was seeing the thing here saying that it was going to come out at 2200 degrees, and I was expecting something, like, super dramatic. It's really not. Should they be farming the Drecko millwood? No, not really, but at this point, it doesn't matter. Someone was saying before that if you don't harvest the mealwood, they won't eat it with it as long as it's got the meal lice on it. So I had set it up so they would harvest it, but it's not growing properly anyway. This is a hot mess in here. I should fix it. While I'm thinking of it, maybe we can pump some oxygen in low level down here, and that would fix some of the problems. If I take this tile and I convert it into an airflow tile, and then we throw a tile in right here. Oh, actually, I'm not even able to reach. I was going to say I could do like a... Cancel this. Can I reach this? Oh, that's already set up for oxygen. Huh. Alright, let's cancel this. We'll steal a little bit of oxygen off of this supply and see what happens if we pump some air in here. Which means that in here, I actually want these tiles to be converted to regular tiles. So we don't let the oxygen out. We'll let this room pressurize a bit. That'll set hydrogen at the top, oxygen at the bottom. The plant should grow fine again. It's just a question of whether the temperature of this is going to be a problem. It's coming out at 30 degrees, so that's not great. Gotta sleep. Catch the rest tomorrow. Have a great night. Have a good night, Kevin Ivers. Thanks for coming out. Low on algae again. 3,463 kilograms, 68 kilograms. That's actually not that bad. We don't have that many places that we're using algae at the moment. It won't hurt to gather a little more, but there's nothing really critical running on algae right now. Like this, they're digging down here for the Slickster, so that's good. There's also some big pockets of algae down here, too. This was a huge disappointment. I was honestly expecting so much more out of this. It's only 100 degrees in here. I was really expecting like 2200. It's just not cutting it. Okay, so we very quickly reversed the situation here. As you can see, now we have a nice layer of oxygen at the bottom. There is some chlorine in here, which isn't great. The CO2 is getting converted by the algae terrarium, so that's not a big deal. Can I disable this? No. I kind of don't want this valve in here to work. How much oxygen do we have? Hydrogen, oxygen, 2,500. Man, we got tons of oxygen in there now. Okay, let's go ahead and deconstruct gas pipes. Throw a little break in there again. See how this all holds out. Does it go in and out of the doors? It's gonna cause some issues, but oh, they're eating like crazy now. So that's all it was. It was just the plants. When the plants are flipping in and out of that state, the Dreckos didn't want to eat them. So weird. It's like they anticipate the fact they're going to stifle, so they don't touch it. That strikes me a little bit odd. Because while the plant is like fully grown like that, they should be grabbing it. But I don't know. Snoop ZZ, $5 super chat. We need a Joe memorial. Getting PTSD, climbing over his body to build. He needs painting, sculptures, the works. All right, I feel like that's fair. We did make a sacrificial lamb out of Joe, so I think that's reasonable. And I think we should put it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we'll build it up here. We'll go with let's see, it's in medicine, I think, for the taste of a memorial. We'll go right in the middle, and then we'll go into furniture, and we'll grab. No, hold on. We don't have enough space over here for pictures. Whoop! Ah, dig that out. Okay, we'll do a couple pictures over it. And then we're going to do some statues, too. Stick a mechanized airlock over here. Yeah, let's do it right here, too. Okay, there we go. So that'll be our memorial to Joe. He can reside right there for his final resting place instead of leaving him down here being all, you know, melted and stuff. He's not really getting that hot either. He's just getting smelly, which isn't great. We do have another duplicate that can come in. Do we have an empty bed? We're all out of beds. I'm gonna have to find another place. Choose a duplicate. Who wants to join? Dan with the plan. All right, I spotted your message first, so let's bring you in. Dan with the plan. Let's see, we have more narcoleptics. Man, we're getting lots of narcoleptics. Gastrophobia, yokel. Who's germ resistant. So they won't cook, they won't do research. Research we don't have to worry about since they don't have to do that anymore. So let's go with Dan with the plan. Welcome to the colony. I don't have a bed for you, so I don't know where you're going to sleep. I'm going to turn this off for now because I feel like next production 3 cycles. Disable building. I'm just going to disable that for now because I have no idea where we're going to put anybody else. We're a little stuck for space. The apothecary needs to get out of here. Let's deconstruct this. We'll put another bed like right here. In the super luxury open storage room. You're basically sleeping in the storeroom. Congratulations. Luxury accommodations right here next to the creative supplies. And a mess table because Joe loved foods. Okay. Where is it? Yeah, we have room for a mess table there. We can do that. Let's do furniture, mess table. Right there. When the duplicates are looking for a peaceful place to go and sit and chlorine gas while eating their lunch, they can do it down there. You're an hour late. Did Joe survive? No. Sorry, Lunamar. Joe died very quickly. They suffocated, actually. They didn't even get a chance to overheat. They got some minor wounds from the heat, but that was it. You know what's funny? Check this out. I pumped oxygen in here. Oh, this thing's producing oxygen. That's probably why. Let's disable this. All the hydrogen's bunched up in this corner. I was kind of hoping it would stay sort of spread across the top, but it just doesn't work that way. And their scales don't really regrow unless they're in the hydrogen, which is really the only reason to have it. We're all narcoleptic because Joe's haunting our dreams. Can you expand the cooking ingredients drop down for a moment, please? Sure. I gotta try and find a place where the overlay is not gonna look all wacky. Okay, there we go. Cooking ingredients. So we have shine nymph eggs, 2 of them. We have pinch of pepper nuts, sleet wheat grains, we have a lot of. Bomb lily flowers, sage hatchling eggs, tropical pacu eggs. A few things. Drecko just ate the mealwood. Yeah, they are munching on a little bit now. A little bit. Not a lot of it, but a little bit. Temperatures in here still on the toasty side. 29, 28, 30. It's actually, the temperature's getting to be not quite so bad down here now. I mean, it's still too warm. The plants aren't growing properly, but these ones have started to sprout again because they're sitting close to this wheezewort. If we can get the temperature down there, it would be good. I feel like spamming, but it's so simple. What's so simple? What'd I miss? Scrolling back. No, okay, you can dig out the box above the Drecko farm for hydrogen to raise a hole. The bottom for the Dreckos to go in and out of, and then over the, yeah. Well, see, again, part of the issue that I was running into was that, well, I mean, I don't have a ton of space for that, but I could do a little bit here. The hard part is that it's already so high that I can't mine this part of the ceiling, which is why they haven't finished building it. I was trying to maximize the amount of time the Dreckos would be in the hydrogen by letting the hydrogen just stay in this whole 2-tile area that's above the doors. It just doesn't work out that way because it ends up displacing itself, so it's kind of separated. It's not like you would think it would have like a layer of oxygen at the bottom because it's going to favor being below the hydrogen, and the hydrogen would sort to the top. But instead, it bunches it into the corner where it has the lowest surface area in contact with the oxygen, which is kind of funny. It's almost like it's oxygenophilic. We're making up words now as we go. Polani loves her little monster lair. Okay, let's. Oh, we're still not down there yet. If they're building in here, Spiffy's going ahead and building the memorial stuff, and I can't get anyone to finish this room. Maybe the light bulbs make the farm warm. Yeah, this adds a little bit of heat, but it's not a lot. The temperature that comes off of this is 2.5 watts, which is actually really, really low. So it's not really that big of a deal. The problem is that just this area in here in general is hot, and some of that was because we were running the water sieve here in order to purify polluted water that was out in this space to create fresh water for us to work with in our tank. That added a lot of heat. I basically just used the water sieve in place where it was when we were filtering out CO2. Oh man, this is getting full. That's very germy in there too. The septic tank's gonna run over. We're gonna wind up with a big flood in our base. I was planning to send it down here to try to evaporate it, but this isn't even hot enough to do the job. I can't get hot liquid metal out of this copper volcano. The way gases work in the game is weird. Hydrogen goes to the top left and CO2 goes bottom right. It doesn't do it quite as much. I find often it depends on the source of the gas. So part of the challenge here was that I had this algae terrarium running over here, and it was producing oxygen that was filling up, increasing the pressure on this side. So if you look, gas on this side is 1524, and over here it's only 1382. So it tends to sort itself according to where the pressures are located. There used to be a very distinct trend towards hydrogen top left and CO2 bottom right, but I don't find that it's consistent anymore. Ooh, man, we've got CO2 problems. We need to run our carbon scrubber again, but we've already tapped out all the water. All right, we gotta create another flood. I'm gonna set this all at priority 7. Let's do that first. I want to get this carbon scrubber going again. Oh, actually, you know, what am I even bothering with that for? That's silly. I don't really need the water. We'll just create another little closed loop here. We'll run this thing indefinitely. It won't have its own liquid cooling, unfortunately, but there is enough water sitting on the floor. It should help a little bit. Let's check our pipes. Plumbing. Okay. We need to break this pipe here. That can deconstruct. Actually, if we just deconstruct that, whether we tap into this and send in from fresh water. Oh, actually, we need to tap in down below. I'm trying to eliminate a few of these things here. Okay, there. So now if we send some plumbing in here. It's not gonna move. Of course it's not. Killing me now. Oh wait, do I have this building disabled? No, it's not. What's going on here? It's gotta be this little extension here, maybe. There we go. We've unconfused it. Ah, they made a mess on the floor again. Stop peeing on the floor. I mean, honestly. Why can't I? There we go. Man, I couldn't pause it. Deconstruct this. Alright, where did the mess get made? It says there's a mess. I don't see a mess. I hear people peeing on the floor. Where is it? There. Wait, what's going on here? Something's happened with our toilet system up top. Why did this toilet not work? Why did they pee on the floor? Whose bed is this? That's Snoop's. Is this door set up for Snoop's? It is. I don't understand why they peed on the floor. That toilet should have been working. That's very weird to me. I don't know. Listen to buy and pee. Supply dupes may not have access to Volcano room. Well, no, they don't. I only have one person with access, but Snoop should be able to bring his own building materials in. It doesn't. You don't necessarily need a separate supply group in order to bring materials in for the building job they're working on. I thought you were peeing on the floor again. Oh my gosh, why is everyone peeing on the floor? These are out of order. What? Insufficient resources, dirt. Oh. Well, isn't that a thing? We ran out of dirt. Oh, that's... Yeah, okay, try to mop all that. Of all the things I can run out of, dirt was not one I was planning on right now. That's granite. We have... That's sandstone. I need to swap out for real bathrooms because I don't have any dirt. Oh my gosh, it's killing me. Of all the things I was going to run out of, dirt was not one of the ones I was even thinking about right now. This is all sandstone. There's little tiny pockets of dirt in here. Like, oh, even that's sandstone. Where's the dirt? Where's the dirt at? Sandstone, granite. We legitimately don't have any dirt. Oh, there's some. Okay, we can get some dirt over here. This is not ideal. Yeah, we got a little bit of dirt in here. This will buy us some time because we're actually gonna need to convert those bathrooms now. We can't use the outhouse there anymore. And actually, without dirt, we won't be able to fertilize a few things, and we won't be able to feed these guys anymore either. This is not full. Let's set this for not dirt. Set this for sandstone now. Polluted dirt? Yeah, I can put fertilizer in there, I guess. Let's put fertilizer in this one. There's a chest full of dirt that got blocked off by falling sand island. I don't know if it was full of dirt, but it had stuff in it. Wait, where's the chest full of dirt you're talking about that got blocked? Just kidding, you're gonna die. I'm not gonna die. It's only dirt. It's only for the toilet. I mean, I've got all kinds of plants and stuff. It's not really great for my meal lice, though. Because the meal lice needs dirt. Slime becomes dirt at 125 degrees Celsius. Store slime in Volcano. Yeah, but the trouble is it's not really that hot down here. Oh, it is getting warmer. What's our temperature up here? That's not high enough. We need to go in and deconstruct this. Build a storage container out of... Well, I can't make it out of abyssalite because I want the heat to come in here. We'll see if this works. Drecko on the ladder. Which ladder? Where'd the Drecko go? I don't see the Drecko you're referring to. He's in hiding. Oh, there he is over here. Let's wrangle this guy. I don't think it was one we had in our ranch at any point. He's just been running around wild. It's hot enough to make dirt. Well, yeah, but I gotta get it in there first. Pump hydrogen into the volcano room. It's all CO2 and stuff in here right now. I don't have a good consistent source of hydrogen. I mean, right over here, I'm burning it right now. I guess theoretically we could send a pipe over there and pump it in. Let's see what we can do. Let's do gas piping here. Ooh, actually, I want this to be... No, actually, I'm fine with it being the way it is. All this over to here. I'm gonna follow where the ladders and stuff are so I can actually get this in here. Alright, that was a ridiculously long pipe. We'll send a little hydrogen in there to heat it up anyway. Don't forget about the other geyser. Yeah, we have this one here that we haven't uncovered too. I kind of want to dig into this, see what this is. Just out of curiosity. The dupes going to the volcano room can't build and supply? I mean, they should be able to. He's just not doing it. You know what? Let's give access to the door down here for Aaron, too. Or Lori. Lori seems to be sending supplies in, so let's send Lori in there. Where's Lori? She's the chef. Alright, Lori, you're a chef, but you can deliver supplies in here, right? Did we just not have enough tungsten? Unreachable build. Why is that unreachable? You know what? Whatever. Let's let anybody in here. It doesn't really matter at this point. Because whoever it is going to have the suit, so we might as well just set these on auto. Is it still an unreachable build? It is. Why is that? They should be able to... Maybe they won't go over top of the volcano, maybe? I am super confused. I don't know why that should be unreachable. Guys in the swamp bomb. We have a couple geysers, yeah. Paintings are staring sadly at Joseph Memorial. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Oh, yeah, both of them, too. That's funny. Wait, you're hungry, but you're just standing there. Why are you standing there idly? We have 9 idle people, and I still have things marked up to be built. What's going on here? No wire connected. Current state auto. They should be able to get in. Why is nobody building anything? Nobody's doing anything at all. They're just hanging out. This has power. That's fine. No gas intake. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Max gas pressure. How did that happen? How did I break my CO2 setup down there? I don't even know. There we go. That was weird. Somehow I broke that. I don't even know how. Maybe they weren't going back because they weren't getting... No, they're still hanging out there. Guys, what is your deal? Seriously. No? Nobody? Bueller? They're just not doing anything. Okay, maybe if I send them... Move over here. That didn't work at all. Hold on. Unreachable. I'm super confused. Oh, weird. How did that happen? They got in there, and I've had them go in there and leave already. But there was one little spot of phosphor right there that was stopping them from doing their thing. I don't get it. I don't get why they couldn't jump down. That really makes no sense. They can't jump into space? I mean, I guess they couldn't. Whatever. That's fine. They got everything going on down here now, so this is fine. Ooh, actually, they're picking up the hot materials down here. That's not great. Where are they storing this stuff? Let's just cancel the sweeping in here. No sweeping. Sweep or no sweeping? We don't want to bring all that stuff out of there. Think with a suit they can't jump over tiles. No, they can. They're fine. It was just for whatever reason, this little tile that was at the top here was stopping them from getting back down the ladder, even though I'm sure they had climbed up there and come down before. Whatever. It's fine. They're free now. You have tungsten metal. Am I? It says I'm waiting tungsten. In refined metal, I have no tungsten. That's funny. Isn't that funny? There we go. Make some more of that. I was planning to dig up some more of these wheezeworts, and I never got around to it, too, so I probably should do that, too. Don't want to dig that. Let's store that there. How's our water situation up here? 32 degrees. We can put a little storage container in here, and we'll throw some ice in it. Help cool that down, maybe. Bueller. Bueller. It seems they always go for the topmost part of anything. It's just weird. I could have sworn they had gone up and down there before, but maybe I was wrong. In the end, it doesn't really matter. Wow, look how slow they're moving. Raging Canadian, you are the slowest moving exosuit dude ever. Floating all kinds of abyssallite. You go, dude. Very slowly, but you go. The way up it shows open, when the way down it shows blocked. Yeah, I mean, obviously that must have been the case, but it's just weird that that stopped them. Whatever, that's fine. Could they have come up from the top room instead of the ladder? No, I don't think so. They won't jump down that far. Maybe they hadn't been going up and down, and I was just mistaken. I know they did when I was building this, but there was this one little spot of tile on the end that wasn't completed, so they had the ability to reach the ladder, but it doesn't matter. We got it cleared out now. Da-da-da. You're sorry you eat a little too much. I got a heavy belly. I can't run in this exosuit. CO2 is building over there. Oh, they haven't got the Slickster yet. Yay! The Dreckos are eating again. They're really loud eaters, too. It's a bug now. I don't know that it is a bug. I think it must have just been my own manual error. SMRT and all that. Let's see what this geyser is. If we can get that uncovered, that'll be good. We had... Well, this one's the steam geyser. It says it's a cool steam geyser. Actually, it's not that hot. That's interesting. I just wish that it was producing more water. I mean, there's a fair amount here, but it's not like massive amounts of water. Are any one of them hurt? They shouldn't be. If they are, they should have already gone to the pharma chamber, but... Let's check their vitals. Where's their hurtedness? Stress, food, decor, fullness, eaten, health. Oh, Spiffy's a little hurt. Spiffy's the only one that's hurt. Let's assign Spiffy to this thing. Spiffy, go get healed up, buddy. Been playing around on the ranch too long. Critters have hurt him. All the stuff with the volcano is dropping down into the space under it, is it? No? I don't think so. This is a Drecko egg. Oh, this little spot here. There's a little bit. That's okay. It's just liquid phosphorus. There goes the tungsten. I mean, if this thing ever heats up to any real extent, it might be useful. Did you miss Joe's epic confrontation? You did. It wasn't really all that epic. He suffocated to death. Poor guy's still in here. He's laying like right here. Just hanging out by the ladder. We're working on a memorial for him, though, so he'll have a nice final resting place. Man, temperatures are not improving in here very much. 2 Wheezeworts are just not cutting it. We're going to need more. It's got to be the temperature of the water I'm sitting in there still. Let's set this up for ice. Liquefiable ice and snow too, I guess. Priority 7. Get them to haul some ice and snow up from the frozen biome. That should hopefully cool that down a bit. Need to put Spiff in a medical cot, not a chamber. Wow. Oh, yeah. Alright. Assign him there instead. What does the pharma chamber do then, exactly? Oh, recover from diseases. I gotcha. Oh, they both say the same. Oh, cannot heal physical injuries. I got it. Alright, that makes sense. Good deal. I almost never use them. Think of the Hawaiian shirt. It's a soggy Hawaiian shirt now. If they ever get this stuff finished up here, that'd be great. Somebody do the buildings. There's a volcano erupting again. And again, not super hot. 75 degrees. 100 and some odd. I can't get up with that. I was really expecting that to be like hugely dramatic in terms of the amount of temperature coming out. And it's kind of a non-event. That's really disappointing. Snow makes clean water? Yeah, it's only the polluted ice that makes polluted water. Joe almost escaped, but Dope died, yeah. Couldn't snow come from polluted ice as well? No, if you melt polluted ice, you end up with, what's going on here? I am mega confused. What did I do wrong here? Is this all hydrogen? No, it's chlorine. Oh man, we've got a chlorine problem. This is all chlorine, carbon dioxide, CO2, chlorine, hydrogen, and stuff. CO2. That's really funny. Like, there's so much chlorine down here, I actually can't scrub the CO2. Good old chlorine. It's because of this geyser at the top, too. So we had this door here that I accidentally let the chlorine through. And that's all filtered down to the bottom of the base. The only real way to get rid of chlorine is to pump it out. We have to put like a gas pump in and then put a filter on to take the chlorine and send it somewhere else while we keep the CO2 where it is. The trouble is it's not all pooled in the same place. I mean, we have some chlorine up here. We have some down here. There's some in here. Can't wait for trying some days. How are the Drecko's tameness? Let's take a look here. Starving, time to death, 9.2 cycles. Nice. Good deal. 18% on that one for the glossy. 3%. And 20%. So some of them have been eating the mealwood, obviously. And some of them not. There's only, how did the gas pressure in here get so bad? Alright, we gotta reconnect this ventilation thing. I might just have to leave it connected. I think there's pee near the upper oxygen room. Yeah, there is. It's behind this door, though. I've kind of been reluctant to muck it up because we gotta go through the door and let more chlorine in. Not to mention our little pee room down here. The little cesspool is getting really full. Dig a little deeper. Makes more space. Chlorine problem? That's an easy fix. Just restart your game on a new meteor. It's actually not that big of a deal. I mean, we can pump it out. It's just a matter of whether I want to spend the energy to do it or not. This whole setup down here is super inefficient. I built it here initially because this is just where stuff was located when I built the initial colony. But it would be nice to kind of branch it out and do something else. I still have to build a hot tub, too. Always with the hot tubs and stuff. Alright, let's go up here. We'll dig down here. And I'm going to dig straight up here with a ladder. Then we're going to try and dig all this out and see if we can make a hot tub room. Preferably without letting a whole bunch of this polluted water go, because that would suck. Miss the good old days and the types of gases were all different colors. Yeah, I really miss that too. Like, now when you just click on it and it's all red, it doesn't really help you understand what gases are where. It was really actually handy the way they had it before. Oh no, his body's stinking. Wait, what? How did Joe get out there? They took him out of the room and they dumped him down the ladder. No, he's actually right here. He's got to be. What is that? Bleach stone. How do you get bleach stone in there? Oh, it must have been like sitting like right here the minute they dug it up to get. All right, whatever. Somebody please sweep up Joe. Nope, that didn't work. Is there no way to put priority on Joe? I can't put priority on Joe. I can put priority on this though. Okay, so we'll do priority 9 on the little gravestone. Somebody go get Joe. I don't know. I don't understand why they would have dumped him down the ladder. They're like, forget this. We're not putting him in here. They ran past the memorial and threw him down the nearest stairwell. Joe can't even get any respect in death. It's such a shame. What's this now? Dokugen Ryu? Would it be fun if someone just did a heavy super chat for him to restart a new game? Yeah. I mean, I restart my game all the time, so this isn't exactly a new thing. Oh, this is much later than I would normally go in terms of like the number of cycles, because usually I was playing it only like once a week, and they'd come up with new updates, and then I'd go play the new update stuff. So I'm forever starting new colonies. Oh, yeah, I guess that's what it was. They dug underneath him and glitched him through the wall. I wonder if they'll actually go get his body now. Will they recognize that it's on this side of the wall, or is it just lost? Is Joe forever trapped in his little entombed space over there? Again, this thing's erupting. Again, we're not getting... Oh, oh, for a minute there, I had liquid copper. Well, not a minute, but it was like a second. For a second there, we had liquid copper. And then it was gone. It must be cooling like super fast. That's crazy. The body's moving on its own. It's a zombie! We've got a zombie Joe now. Can't take it back to sacrifice. That's like grabbing your coin from the wishing well, I suppose. Joe didn't calm down the volcano. Not that there was much to come in the first place. And as such, they decided not to treat him like a hero. Yeah. You know, they gave him the horrible job of dealing with the volcano, and it turns out it wasn't all that bad. They didn't have to sacrifice anyone anyway. They could have just done their normal thing. Let's get a storage compactor in here. Hopefully this thing won't get broken. But we'll try to fill this up with slime so that we can cook it. Maybe get some dirt. Joe wanted to be buried in the walls of the volcano. What's the benefit of this geyser? This one down here? Well, it really depends. I mean, if it produces enough heat, you can use it for a variety of things. Like you can cook slime into dirt. You can evaporate polluted water or germy water in order to kill the germs or to clean it into clean water. You can cool the metal that comes out of it and have a source of metal, although it doesn't seem to come out at a very reasonable quantity. I mean, it says 22.7 kilograms per second, but we haven't seen a lot of copper come out of this thing yet. Yeah, I already started building the storage locker for slime there. There's about a 30 to 45 second delay on the stream. Ooh, what do we have? Chlorine gas vent. This is just what we need. More chlorine. We already have one up here. I'm not even leveraging this one effectively. It's crazy. Just what I wanted. More chlorine. And I was just thinking to myself, man, you know what we really need is chlorine. A lot of item popping up. Yeah. Critter starvation. No! The Dreckos. They're dying. They have lots of food here now. They just need to go eat. Look, guys. It's like all over the place. Is this one not starving? What's this guy's deal? Oh, that's the mealwood. The Drecko. He's glum and he's hungry. He's got 1,400 kilocalories. This one has 9,482 kilocalories, so he's fine. This one has 663. I don't know what the issue is. I mean, they're fine. They've all got food. They've all eaten a little bit. Even if it's not the optimal amount. Lots of air down there, too, now. And wow, what happened up here? Oh, whoops, I forgot about that. We should probably fix that. Oxygen's kind of a necessary thing. There we go. Let's fix that as a matter of priority, please. I can't believe I forgot about that. So better loves her than Twilight. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not super worried about the copper, to be honest with you. I'll cool it down eventually, but for now, I kind of want the heat to stay in here. I want it to be hot in here. And we're getting such a little amount of copper, too. It's really kind of weird. Jobs mastered. Oh, man, all kinds of them. Make all these fancy people into couriers. Who did I move there that I didn't mean to? I definitely moved someone that I had no plan to. Elf King. Where did I move him away from? Nope, he's mastered that too. Mechatronics engineer? Nope, you can't do that. Let's make Elf King down here, maybe. There we go. There, okay. Then we need Raging Canadian in here. Where's our Raging? There's our Raging Canadian and Sovereign. There we go. They become that much better at carrying things around. Now you need to jumpstart that air-making room. Yeah, it should be fine. We'll see. Yeah, it's okay. We got a little water in here, though. That's a little weird. I don't want somebody to mop that up. You got soggy feet, but that's fine. Get out of there. Why are you guys hanging out up there? Seriously, you've got oxygen down here. Stop it. They had to put sand in there just because of the CO2 they exhaled when they were in the room. Just cover the stream 3 times speed. You sound so slow now. Yeah, that would actually sound pretty slow, wouldn't it? One with no job. Oh, do we not? Oh yeah, Dan with the plan. All right, so let's make him a gopher. Dan with the plan. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, look at all these hatches. They're expecting. I'm surprised it's not saying they're crowded. There's a lot of hatches in here. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Huh. Let's see. Critters. There's 14 critters in here. How is that not crowded for them? That's weird. Oh, now it's overcrowded. I get it. So when they walk out the door over here, things get okay. And then when they go back, it gets recrowded again. Toilets for the interwash masses, maybe. Oh yeah, I guess I should do that. I should take care of the toilet situation, because I just haven't done it yet. What am I going to do with all that polluted water? I mean, the incoming water flow is fine. That's easy enough to deal with. The polluted water, I can't even send over 2 pipes like this. Theoretically, I could send the polluted water out and try to connect it to this line, but that's going to be a horrible mess. I might need to use its own sieve here. Or pump it back down into a space down below here and just let it get all nasty. I feel like that's probably the better idea. Let's deconstruct this. Might as well recover my copper. The challenge is going to be that these 2 toilets, when they're deconstructed, are going to need to be replaced really quick. Dump it in the volcano room will kill the bacteria. Yeah, it would if it could get hot enough. It's actually not hot enough. So my plan was to send stuff down. Where is it here? Was to send it down here and have this hot plate evaporated, but it's only 56 degrees. Even down here, 58 degrees, 89 degrees, 112. Like it's not even hot enough. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Okay, let's get our bathrooms going, though. We have a lot of duplicates, but some of them have their own private washrooms, so I probably shouldn't need more than 2 even still. Let's give them a fresh water supply. I need a pipe bridge. Like so, and then we'll take the wastewater. Ugh. Man, I've got so much plumbing here now. This is actually really inconvenient. Let's take the wastewater. We'll send it. Erg. This is really inconvenient. This double piping I built for myself is just not the way to go. I have to build like a little jog in the pipe, so I have a place that I can skip across. All right, I can go. You know what? I'm being silly. I can go back the other way. All right. Send our waste pipe down this way. Throw another pipe bridge in here. Throw another pipe bridge in here. Oops. Oh man. Must have hit some honkies there. Okay, I'm going to disconnect right here, and then we'll connect the piping like so. Oops. Oh, come on. We'll deconstruct down here also. And then I'll throw a little liquid vent like right here. There we go. Oops. That figures. I destroyed one too many pipes. Alright, we'll connect it that way. Okay, so when they get all that built, we'll have an incoming water flow, an outgoing flow, which will just go and dump it out here, and we'll deal with it later. The tile next to the hot plate's preventing a lot of heat transfer. Yeah, but this whole space under here I was expecting to get hot, and it just isn't. 120 some odd degrees. You know, let's convert this. We'll turn this into a tungsten tile as well if we have enough. See what happens. I don't know. That's 400 or 500 degrees, so it is getting a little spicier in there. 140 degrees down here. This is at 84, so it is gradually heating, but it's going to take a lot. Like a lot. Just drip water onto the volcano. Yeah, I mean, we could do that too, but how's the volcano? It didn't even say how hot the whole volcano is. I mean, it's hot, obviously, but... Oh, there you go, 99 degrees. So if I drip it on the volcano, it's not even hot enough to evaporate the water, to cleanse the water. And now everybody's peeing because they haven't finished the toilets. Ruh-roh. Everybody just mop up this mess. Right in here. I don't know where the mess is, but it's here somewhere. Okay. Oh, they peed in the massage table room. It's not that kind of massage parlor, guys. Come on. Again, making a mess. Okay, this piping thing needs to be done fast. Let's get all this done quick, please. All that. All that. Give me this stuff. Alright, get all that done, and we can get functioning toilets again. The gas itself is an insulator. Yeah. Well, what kind of gas have we got in here anyway? Is it CO2? Phosphorus. Chlorine. Oh yeah, we got all kinds of good stuff. What's the property of this stuff? Condensation point 280 degrees Celsius. 0 surface germs. So it converted some of the liquid phosphorus into gas. Specific heat capacity of 0.76 joules. What does that compare to? And thermal conductivity of 0.236. Compare that with hydrogen. Has a specific capacity of 2.4 joules, 0.168 thermal conductivity. It's actually lower thermal conductivity in the hydrogen, but a higher heat capacity. A lot of nines in this, I know, right? Not that many though. They dealt with the ones that were there. They still haven't buried Joe. I think they've lost him because he shifted through the wall. It's kind of a problem. Oh man, again. Where'd you guys pee? Show me where the pee is. Oh, it's in the generator room. Lovely. Another refined metal, the lump that it's sitting on. What, on the neutronium? Minus 272 degrees Celsius. Oh, this here. Oh, look at all that big look of copper. That's sweet. Even that's only, well, 280 degrees. That's interesting. It's funny, you don't even see the liquid component of it. It just ends up coming up like... Let's dig that. Dig it up. Yeah, the massage table relaxed him too much. That's right. Delete the tile on Joe's head. Yeah, we can try doing that. See if this makes a difference. It's a question of whether he's actually there or not, though. And I don't mean existentially. Like, he teleported through the wall when we destroyed the block that was underneath him. So, like, does the game consider him there, or does it consider him not there? That's a, kind of the question. We have flow a little bit. It's backing up, but at least they're actually able to use the toilets now. Oh, that's weird. I set this for 8. I actually meant this to be 6. This is set for 8, but they're not building it yet. Come on, guys, you're almost done. Like, just this little switch. Oh, they can't even reach it. I suck. All right, they gotta actually... They probably need access to this thing, otherwise they can't do a whole lot of building. I am so smart. SMRT. If I was smarter, I would just pull the pipe over where they already are. Okay, hold on. Cancel this. My brain, she works tonight. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, let's go this way. If we build it within reach of what they can actually do, they're more likely to actually do it. Funny how that works. Let the copper be there so that future bits of liquid don't solidify on it. Yeah, there's like a big chunk of it sitting here now. Refined copper. 278 degrees Celsius. I believe it's sitting there. This is waiting for tungsten. Do we have any tungsten left? Where's our refined metal? Oh, we do have 200 kilograms of tungsten, so we're good that way. These are dying because of atmosphere and body temperature. Our kilocalorie count is really going down, 180,000. That's actually going to become a concern at some point. Did they ever... No, they still haven't dug down to the Slicksters yet, either. Too many things I want them to do all at once. What about the wash basins? These are fine. They're set up for water. I could convert them to sinks, but... For now, I'll just leave them as wash basins. You like the snake snack breaks next to Joe's memorial. Well, the thing is, it's an empty grave. They won't even pick him up and put him in there. Check my liquid pipe bridge direction. Did I muck it up, put it the wrong way? No, that's correct. That's correct. No, everything's fine. It's already emptied out down there. It's good. It's all good. Is everybody cooking all the sleet wheat? No, they really haven't been. I probably could be. Frost buns. Put these on continuous. I was actually having them cook the bristle blossoms, but we have tons of sleet wheat. Like a 200 and... Well, that's not a real number. We have fractions of sleet wheat grains. They're like ultra slicing and dicing them. Bad water and water. We got pee in there again. That's fine. It pumps it out. It sends it up to the electrolyzer, which converts it into germy air. But then the germy air dies relatively quickly. So it's not really that bad. Look at all the germs down here. This water here will not be used for food at this point. Not that it's really high concentration of germs, but they got enough in there that it's not really good. Temperature here is still in the 30s, which is great. Finally catch up to the stream. Welcome, Facepalm. No overflow control for the workers that will use up everyone's water. Huh? What do you mean by no overflow control? This one's just like straight emptying. I'm not even cleaning it right now. There's actually a pipe up here I wanted to empty. Let's empty this out. Recover all the bottles of that. They can dump it back in here, so we're not wasting water just standing in the pipes there. I still want that Slickster. CO2's building up. Alright, let's go after the Slickster now. I want the pet Slickster. I mean, I said all this for Priority 7 too, because I said that we would build a hot tub out here, so that's gonna be in this little space here. It's not gonna be all that hot though. I mean, that's gonna be the problem. So if we use water that's too heated, it'll actually heat up the space, which is counterproductive to the cooling air that we're flowing in right now to try to keep it a good temperature. So I'll put some water in it, but I can't make any guarantees about the temperature. Oh yeah, fried mushrooms. Yeah, I was making the. It wasn't even fried mushrooms I was making. It was actually. I had it set for the bristle blossoms, but those haven't really been growing, so it was actually kind of a complete waste. We can cook up mushrooms too. I don't have a plumber to empty the pipes. I don't need a specific plumber. I just need somebody who has the plumber skill. Is one of my refrigerators not working? Let's just double check. No, it's fine. It's just empty right now. These ones are full. This one's empty. And I have them storing in Durgan's refrigerator down here too. Which actually, we should set this door so that other people can't go in. So let's go with, where's Durgan? So this will be Durgan's door and Hans Polo's door. YouTube Gaming, where you see the play and chat at the same time. It's kind of true everywhere. They never did dig up these Weezwards for me. I keep giving them higher priority jobs to do because I'm like, oh, go do this now. No, go do that. No, go do this now. Catch the oily blob after I do the letters? Which letters are those? I don't have anyone with the plumber skill either. If I didn't have that, then I wouldn't have the empty pipe skill down here. I'm sure I had somebody that was a plumber before. Trouble is, there's no real way to see it. Where's the plumber? See, Magnus Rain had it. And I just lost him. Where'd he go? Wait a minute. Oh, I just unequipped him. I had him working on electrical engineering, right? Yeah, there we go. So Magnus has the skill. He just, it's just not high enough priority for him, I guess. Dun, 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 dun. The wart seed replants itself if you don't pick it up. Well, I didn't even dig it up, I don't think. They never quite got around to it. Dang, your cycle 233, you just started playing, had 2 dupe deaths before cycle 100. Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, this my colony's known for having dead duplicates in it. Usually for the silliest of things. They get them started on something and then... What, don't they get the plumbing skill like the moment they learn the job? Do they have to actually max out the position in order to do it? I'm sure I've used the plumbing ability already. Alright, we'll let them max that out though. OMG, you got another stream. Hey, Drago boy. They deconstructed Joe's head tomb, did they? Aw, they did. There's Joe. Look, the priority on this thing's set for 9, though, so if they're not picking him up, there's an issue there. Who do we have on tidying jobs? Magnus is pretty much the only one. You know what we should do is take all these architects. We can make some senior architects here. We'll go Snoops and Aaron can be senior architects. Let's take Hans Polo, could go out of being a courier, and we'll put them on tidying. There we go. And then maybe they'll get around to actually sweep, like picking up the body and putting it in the grave. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. Where's the maid? We need another Jack Kansas duplicate. Stat. Did Joe die of brain cloud? No, Joe died of suffocation, actually. We sent Joe into the room with the volcano thinking he'd get scorched to death, but the heat that came out of the volcano was actually not that impressive. Where it said it would erupt at like 2200 degrees, it just was like sort of anticlimactic, to be honest with you. Let's put slime in here. It was sort of anticlimactic, so he ended up like getting trapped in there and suffocating rather than getting cooked. Oh, my monitor can be moved up too. Oh yeah, he's maxed out. So we can put Harpreet up here. And Andrew's maxed out his mining, so we can take him off of that. And let's put him as a groundskeeper also. Wait, who was that again? Andrew. Bit of a downgrade, Andrew, but sorry. You need to learn some new skills. Is that a liquid oxygen generator there? Which one? So I have two places to produce oxygen. I have one down here in the cold biome. This uses the electrolyzer to produce oxygen. So there's that one that's naturally cold because of where it's located. Then we have another one up here that's pretty... Why have I got polluted water in here? Oh, I know why. I pumped polluted water into that. Oh, yeah. We got a little bit of polluted water pumped into the electrolyzer. So this is the other oxygen room. Now this one produces oxygen that's at a higher temperature. It comes out of here at gas pipe 41 degrees. So we send it through this little cooling chamber, and by the time it comes out, it's at 22 degrees, which is pretty much ideal temperature for our colony. And that just sort of hovers down here. I mean, it's on the warm side in here, but it's not like critically warm. Down here is where I'm more concerned about. And again, it's this water temperature. I think that's the biggest problem. I really should just, I should solve for that right now. Set up a system to pump in some chilled water or something. Actually, even chilled gas. If I put a pump down here... Nah, I don't know. Sorry, still hacking up a lung. How do you like the new raft update? It's really good. I liked playing the first one around, but it was just so simplistic because you were sort of one place. The only thing to do is expand on your raft. So now they've got you have the ability to control the direction your raft moves in. There's some secrets in the game. You can like go on the islands and dive underwater and stuff. Apparently, as you go along and you kill the shark a few times, you get 2 sharks that you then have to contend with. So there's like other rafts you can jump onto to salvage materials off of. So it's kind of cool. I like playing that. I'm gonna have another video coming out for that in the next day or so. The game itself actually comes out tomorrow on Steam. It's kind of cool. Okay, we have a new food here, so we need to make sure we have this set up to capture it. Pepper bread. Frost buns. Oh, it is. Okay. Half the time I have to individually pick them. Drives me nuts. Edible. Apparently we're not putting meat in there. That's alright. This one, again with the edibles. No meat. Let's get that in there. Sweet. I think the Dreckos are out of hydrogen. Yeah, I mean, I might have pumped so much gas in here I actually forced the hydrogen out. We did. Can't win. It's like... Oh my gosh, the Drecko farm and the way I built it is just, it's like a never-ending problem. So those Dreckos aren't ever going to regrow their stuff because they don't have any hydrogen. That's good times. Instead, it's all gotten jammed out here for some reason. It got through the door, I guess because we built up so much oxygen pressure in here. Ended up out there. Plants are growing well, but doesn't really matter because our Dreckos are just hanging out with no scales. Wonder what it takes to sustain yourself on barbecue. Well, you need pinch of pepper nuts for one, so you're gonna need a pinch of pepper nut farm. And then you'll obviously need a steady production of food that comes out of it. The eggs themselves will hibernate at a rate of like 5% per cycle. So you're looking 20 cycles per egg hatching, and then if you put it in the incubator, I don't even know how long. It doesn't say how long it's going to take, I don't think, in here. Incubates the hatch until it's ready to hatch. Properties. I wish I would tell you what percentage it incubates at. Maybe that's in here. Let's try the incubator. There it is. Incubate still ready to hatch. Effects, overheat, decor plus 5. Takes 20. No, it doesn't show the rate. So just in the normal space, they incubate at like 5% per cycle. I should probably test it and see what the incubator does in terms of the rate. Wrangle your Dreckos to reboot their scales. I could do that, but we don't really need the fiber anyway. Oh, wait, yes we do. There was something I was going to build last time and I completely forgot about. And where am I going to put it? They're munching away at least. Finally. It's a little spicy up here, temperature-wise. It's a little warm, but that's all right. Let's go into... Is it refinement? Stations, maybe? There it is, textile loom. Let's make some snazzy suits for people. We've got these fancy apartments. I feel like we need to have them appropriately dressed as well. Because every dupe's crazy but a sharp-dressed dupe. Let's use some oxygen if we were lower generator to cool plants. Yeah, I could do that. Where, oh where? The trouble is going to be getting it over there. If we send some insulated pipe this way... Come on, I just want a straight pipe. Just give me a straight pipe. Stick it down there, throw a little air vent on. Gas vent, whatever. See how that goes. So the gas at this point is 18 degrees. So when it pumps it down here, it'll warm up a little bit more. That'll help a lot. Suits, that's right. 20 or 25% incubation per cycle, you think? Sage hatch gives 100%. Yeah, so the sage hatches are really good for like producing coal. The trouble is they need like, if you want to maintain them, you have to like continue to feed them dirt. See, increase the probability of eating dirt. So if you feed them dirt, then they'll stay nice at a high rate, and you'll continue to keep having sage hatches. But we don't have, we have a problem with dirt. We're pretty much out of it. But they are really good because they produce for every amount of stuff they eat, they produce an equal amount of coal, where the other ones only do it at a 50% ratio. So kind of handy. But put walls around the water. Around this water, you mean? Yeah, I just never bothered. I didn't really want to dig in and deal with the mess. Smooth hatch makes refined metal, yep. What's the stone hatch make? They make stuff. Stone hatch. They make coal. Just produces coal. And there's not a whole lot of detail in this one. It doesn't really give a lot of clear information about why you would want a stone hatch over the other types. Level comfort range. Yeah, it just produces coal, but there's not really any clear indication of why you would want them over a different one. Actually, this one doesn't show the quantity either. It used to show the ratio. It would show like these guys were they were a 1-to-1 ratio on what they ate. Where now it doesn't. That's kind of weird. I think I actually have to click on them to see it, but... Am I going to play Clay Tube Challenge? Again, I don't know if you played it. I did actually. Well, we started playing it for a little while, and then I got distracted by other things because they had new updates that came out. I may eventually, at some point, go back to it, but I'm not really in a big rush. Just found your videos recently, and they helped me to get my longest cycle of 160, longest previous was like 50. That's awesome, Stephen. Stefan. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Congrats, though. Can't seem to remember what smooth hatch comes after stone. Yeah, the smooth hatches, they're harder to get, because you have to get like the stone hatches and then get smooth hatches. And I know the smooth ones produce refined metal, but I don't know what the benefit is of the stone one, unless you're just trying to get to the smooth hatches. I don't know. Got me. I need to experiment a bit more with them. Looks like your plumber's getting the job done slowly. Yeah, well, there's only the one plumber, right? So it's kind of a dirty job. Tried to Google the difference between the critters, but not much info out there. Yeah, it's actually... I'm actually surprised at how little information is out there about the critters in general. For example, every time a Drecko takes a bite of a plant, how much does he eat? So, like, without knowing that, how do you know how many plants you need to know in order to support your Drecko? It turns out that the amount that they'll eat in each bite is dependent on how low their calorie count is. So if they're hovering around like 9,000 calories, when they bite a meal lice plant, they get like, where is it here? They get like 13%. No, that's pigeon penner plant. Can't remember. It's like 25%. I think they get somewhere around 25% of the plant's growth rate they get when they bite it. But if they have a lower kilocalorie count, so if they're like 8,000 or under when they bite it, then they take like 43% or something when they bite it. Water will spill near the suits. Why? Where? The suits are up here. I'm confused. Oh, down here. Oh, where'd that come from? How do we end up with a water leak down here? What's going on here? That's so weird. I don't even know how I made that mess. Huh. Oh well, whatever. Need to get Mike Ross to do your plumbing because it's a dirty job. That's right. We'll send him down into the sewer system. He can go play in the volcano. Probably dupe carrying ice. Oh, yeah, that's probably the issue. You're right. It likely melted on the way there. Kind of a nuisance. The Wheezewort? No, it's not the Wheezeworts. The Wheezeworts will consume gases. They don't consume liquids. Carrying the ice and snare. Ooh, there's so much melted stuff here now. Jobs mastered. What's our temperature? 400 and some odd. Nope, actually 100 and some odd degrees. It just does not get hot in here. I'm really disappointed by that. We have no slime in here either. Even though I set a high priority on this thing. I'll set it even higher. Priority 8, grab the slimes. They started to dig in up here, so that's good. If they can continue their ladder up here, we can actually get this hot tub room built out. How's the temp overlay looking? We haven't started pumping oxygen through this one yet. There's that water again. So things are warm up here. I mean, they're not crazy warm, but it's like 27 degrees, which is, again, it's a little bit on the high side. What's our gas rate coming out here? Gas pipe contains oxygen at 27 degrees. That's too hot. 26, 25, 23. Okay, so actually the piping is heating things up as it goes by here. I need to change that over to insulated pipe. Keep it the right temperature until it gets all the way down where I want it to be. Polani. Hans Polo can't fall asleep without her Chewy. Thank you for the super chat, Polani. We're almost down there. Just a little bit farther with... Uh-oh. Okay, good. I was going to say, I hope this one's not dead. They do have a lifespan on them. They'll only survive for like a certain number of cycles. We're getting close, though. They're making slow progress through this abyssal that I have them cutting through. Look at all this oil. That's crazy amounts. Do we have any diamond in here? No, diamond down here. Oh, there's a little ruin down there, too. Do smart batteries hold more power than normal batteries, or is it just for automation stuff? It's mostly just for automation. It turns things on and off. So this one here, max wattage is 20 kilowatts. If we look at a regular battery, the max wattage is 40 kilojoules. Wow, actually it is... Oh, 4. Oh, what's going on here? I didn't see the max. I think it's a similar power amount. Germs properties. Hold on, let me check this here. I've never really looked at them too much because I haven't been paying a lot of attention to it. I just use it for the automation. They hold 20 kilojoules, so same amount of power storage as a normal battery. It's just that you can hook up automation to it to turn off power generation when you don't need it. Theoretically, save resources over time. Need plastic for traps still. They can't be wrangled. Well, they can actually. They're... No, they can't. I thought they made it so that you could wrangle the Slicksters if you had someone who was a high enough level. And now I'm just disappointed. All right, we need plastics. Where can we do this? Let's just dig in down here. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna do our plastic production down here. So we'll go refinement. We need polymer press. This thing's crazy hot though. Gonna need power. We need a liquid pump. So we're gonna pump the oil out of here. Pump it up the ladder. We'll send it into this thing. And then we'll get a little treadmill in here. To, actually, how much power does this thing take? Refinement. Polymer press. Consumes 240 watts of power. How much do we get from the little treadmill? 400. Alright, so I should actually be able to get enough. We'll throw a little manual generator here. We'll connect it by wire over to this thing. And we'll connect this to the pump. Pump that out. We'll make our plastics. We'll make our trap. Trap our Slickster and try to get it up there. I don't think we're going to have time. We're actually... It's already after midnight. Time flies. Oh my gosh. I always feel like I have so much I want to do in this game and never enough time to actually accomplish it all. And they still never picked up Joe's body. He's still hanging out down here. What's the term? Ignominious? What an ignominious death. 40 kilojoules per battery and 20 kilojoules smart. Oh, do the batteries actually hold more? Are they? Battery 40, 20. Yeah, it's actually less. But I mean, the real I don't really do it for the amount that they store. I've always just done it for the automation. No, Hunspolo wants a Chewy. Hunspolo will get her Chewy. Yeah, it's gonna take time though. We gotta make traps for that. We haven't built the hot tub up here yet either. So we'll have to tackle that next stream. It is already after midnight Eastern time, my time. So I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. Sadly, it was a whole lot less dramatic opening up this volcano and getting it to erupt than I thought it would be. I mean, I was expecting some crazy stuff when it said it was going to be 2,226 degrees. I was like, man, that's going to be dramatic. Let's go see if we can actually make a duplicate catch fire. But it didn't happen. He actually died of suffocation, sadly. So we lost Joe. He lost his bout against the volcano. And in the end, he didn't really need to tame it anyway because it just really wasn't that crazy. But we're going to come back next time. That'll be on Thursday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll continue building out our colony. I think we should start getting some sneak previews, I think, for the next update as well. Because I think the next one's due in just like 4 weeks, something like that. So normally this is where we start to hear a little bit about it. So hopefully we'll find out on Thursday some stuff about what's coming in the next update. Because when the new update comes out, we'll end up restarting the colony again. And I'll just continue going on like 2 days a week anyway. But thanks everyone for coming to check out the stream. If you don't currently subscribe to the channel, click on that subscribe button. Make sure you come back on Thursday. It'll be 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow night, I'm still deciding what I'm going to stream, but I have a feeling it's going to wind up being Frostpunk. I want to try out the other scenarios for that, so we'll pick one of those maybe and tackle that tomorrow. And then Friday will be Fortnite. Saturday, again, I'm still deciding what I'm going to stream. I'm kind of super indecisive this week. It's been a little crazy. But hopefully you'll all show up. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.